Randy Orton slithering.
Watch
like
out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Some like it big, others prefer to enjoy small things. A lot of people say size does matter. Well, tell that to these guys. Hi there, welcome to Top Movies. Today we're gonna pick top 10 movies about giant creatures. Movies that I will pick should have gigantic beings of any character that can be considered as living creatures. There will mostly be movies from recent years, so we'll leave out old films with terrible visual effects. Also, we won't have Hulk in this list, cause he's too famous. And I'm not gonna mention Warcraft, because apparently orcs are not big enough. Well, seems we're gonna have a lot of interesting and scary monsters to look at, so you better take a cup of nice tea and put on some clean underwear.
Alright, let's do this.
Number 10. Meg. This is a 2018 sci-fi action film that follows a group of scientists that encounter a 75-foot-long megalodon shark while on a rescue mission at the floor of the Pacific Ocean. But when scientists realize that they can't handle that shark on their own, they decide to ask for help from Jason Statham. I mean the character that he plays, rescue diver Jonas Taylor. We all have seen Jason Statham rob a bank, we've seen him fist fight The Rock, but if you also want to see him fight a huge shark, then this film is for you. Number 9. Jack the Giant Slayer. Directed by Bryan Singer, this fantasy adventure tells the story of Jack, a young farmer who must rescue a princess from a race of giants after accidentally opening a gateway to their land in sky. As you could have guessed from the description, this film is based on British fairy tales about Jack and giants. With a decent visual and good cast that includes Nicholas Hoult, Ewan McGregor and Stanley Tucci, this movie managed to be quite watchable and entertaining family adventure. Number 8. Colossal. Starring Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis, this 2016 science fiction black comedy follows Gloria, an unemployed writer who struggles with alcoholism. After she leaves New York and returns to her hometown, Gloria accidentally activates a huge monster in Seoul. This is a nice comedy that succeeds to be serious when it's needed. Film has very interesting concept and quite impressive resolution. Number 7. Rampage. This sci-fi action film is based on video game series of same name. It stars Dwayne Johnson as a lead actor, and it may seem unbelievable, but The Rock is not the biggest guy in this movie. Plot follows primatologist Davies Okoye and his friend albino gorilla named George. After genetic experiment goes wrong, George and few other animals become infected with a dangerous pathogen and undergo mutation. So now Davies Okoye and geneticists have to save George and stop other animals from destroying Chicago. Always wanted to know why all the bad things in movies happen to Chicago and how they managed to rebuild city for the next movie so fast. Number 6. Cloverfield. Directed by Matt Reeves, this monster flick uses found footage subgenre, or as I used to call shaking camera method that can cut the budget in half. Story follows 5 young New York residents fleeing from a massive monster and various other creatures that attack the city. If you don't have high hopes for this movie, which you shouldn't, this film probably will surprise you. With pretty good visual effects and dark apocalyptic atmosphere, Cloverfield does its job quite well. At first, shaking camera may lead to some discomfort, but you will have around 90 minutes to get over it and enjoy the movie. Number 5. Transformers. Yeah, action, destruction, fast cars and hot girls. That's pretty much what we get with Michael Bay and his Transformers, sci-fi action movie franchise. I know what you're thinking. Why are there robots in this list? Well, I think Transformers deserve to be here. First off, those same Autobots can hardly be called as robots. Yes, they are artificial, but they can die. They have sense of humor, and they even pee on those who they don't like. Isn't that hilarious? Although Transformers recently have turned into brainless visual mess with the only decent aspect as their soundtrack. But the first film released in 2007 was a quite good movie for its time. It had decent plot, interesting characters and impressive action. 2018's Bumblebee is also worth mentioning. Movie tried to stay away from massive action and provide viewer a film with a soul, which it mostly managed to do successfully. Number 4. Godzilla. There were plenty of films about this guy. Most of them are old and unwatchable. Movie released in 2014 was the 30th film in Godzilla franchise. It has a good cast including Bryan Cranston,
You're goddamn right.
plus Wanda and Pietro from Marvel. Especially impressive was the parallel between film's plot and nuclear disaster in Fukushima, Japan. With an interesting story and excellent visual, Godzilla 2014 was quite successful in box office, grossing over $500 million worldwide. This success gave legendary company bright idea to create their own monsterverse. After Godzilla we have seen Kong, Skull Island, very okay film, and the Godzilla sequel. So in 2022, Legendary is planning to release Godzilla vs. Kong. And I have absolutely no idea how poor Kong will fight against Godzilla, even if you give him a machine gun or something. I guess it's gonna be monster version of Batman vs Superman. Number 3. Pacific Rim. It's 2013 sci-fi action film directed by Guillermo del Toro, starring Charlie Hunnam and Idris Elba. It's kinda like Transformers but with more brain. Story is set in a future when Earth is at war with kaiju, huge sea monsters which have emerged from an interdimensional portal on the bottom of Pacific Ocean. To fight the monsters, humanity unites to create Jaggers, gigantic humanoid machines, each controlled by 2 co-pilots whose minds are joined by a mental link. I mean, they could spend all that money to create super advanced weapons that will destroy those monsters from orbit, but it wouldn't be epic like this. Holy shit, did you see that? He just smashed a monster with a ship. Okay, but seriously, Pacific Rim is really fun to watch, and it's definitely better than any other average alien invasion movie. It has entertaining story, cool soundtrack and amazing action that will leave your mouth open, especially if you're watching it on a big screen. Pacific Rim had a sequel in 2018 with a new director and leading actors. Film turned out to be weak and a lot like Transformers, so I'll just get to the next one. Number 2. Jurassic.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
This is sci-fi movie franchise starting from 1993 that tells us about catastrophic attempts to create theme park of cloned dinosaurs. It includes original trilogy, first 2 from which were directed by Steven Spielberg. Very successful, one could say iconic films at that time, with a good plot, realistic characters and nice visual. You could think that after all those movies, heroes of the story would learn that theme park with cloned dinosaurs is a terrible idea, but they don't. So we get new trilogy called Jurassic World with a Chris Pratt as a lead actor. Each of first 2 Jurassic Worlds grossed over $1 billion worldwide. Jurassic World Dominion is expected to release in 2022.
Listen up. This is New York City, and this is sacred ground. You hear me? It was built for humans, by humans, not for stinking lice-infested apes. The thought of some mutant gorilla trapping all over the streets of this fair city fills me with disgust. So this is how it's gonna be. We fight it. We kill it. We cut its ugly head off, and we ram it up at the head.
Number 1. King Kong. Directed by Peter Jackson, this epic adventure sets in 1933. Plot follows an ambitious filmmaker who makes his cast and hired ship crew to travel to mysterious Skull Island. There they have to encounter prehistoric creatures that live on the island, as well as the legendary giant gorilla. No, not George. Dude, it's a different movie. Yeah, Kong. This one is definitely bigger. And he's black. Hey look, they also have dinosaurs. Maybe they came from Jurassic Park through interdimensional portal. Okay, all jokes aside. Released in 2005, this film was a quiet hit for its time. It had an enormous budget of $207 million. Film has amazing visual, plenty of epic action scenes, carefully written plot and well-developed characters. Damn, even Monkey's character is displayed so well that in the end of the film you feel you've known him for a long time. Director's cut is longer than 3 hours, but the story is so spectacular that you don't even feel it. I believe King Kong is an absolute masterpiece that had a huge impact on film industry as well as on my childhood. It is deep, touching, and it asks you one big question. Who is the real monster? Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what is your favorite movie with giant creatures. Maybe I've missed something. Also hit the like button, but only if you liked the video, and subscribe to this channel for more videos. See you next time. Peace.